Hi guys, so this is the first video of the week and it's not a really happy one, to be honest. It's about the lady who sadly lost her life, who was found in Sheffield town centre unconscious. You've probably seen a bit about it. You might even know her or know of her because she was TikTok famous, to be quite honest with you. People would come from all over to film her, really, get her to sing and do silly things, but not in really a good way, to be honest. They sort of took advantage of her. You know, they would have her jumping in the fountain in the middle of winter, which I'm going to show you a couple of videos, having a dance like a monkey almost, you know, on command, so to speak. And they'd just give her, you know, a bottle of beer. And it's like, it's taking advantage of somebody's addiction. You know, that person probably knows that, well, knows they shouldn't be doing that or doesn't want to do that. Yet their addiction and in their head and in their body's craving it. And they do it, don't they? And these people obviously had no thought for her. I'm not saying all of them was unkind, because it would be wrong to say that. But she had been found in the town centre unconscious, and a woman has sort of been arrested on bail for administering drugs to her. So it sounds like, you know, it's an overdose, so to speak. Really friendly woman. I was going to do 2 videos on this, but I'm not. I'm going to put them all together. So I've got a friend of hers as well, who I did a little interview with, and he's speaking about her. They both know each other from the Archer project, where this lady used to go. So first of all, I'll play you a little few videos of the song and stuff that she's famous for, and then we'll go from there, guys. So enjoy.
I'm on the run. Mom gets nasty. Develop about chicken pasty. My mama's got no sugar. The pull into burger. That's keeley. Fade it out. Right. It's a P. No.
In the place to be, keeley.
For my girls.
Go on, girl.
Because they make me sing it. They make me sing it in the
Go on.
boat, yeah?
Yeah.
My mama's got no money.
We daddy's on the dough. We send her up the net out to Robin says, yo, you do know, girl. I'm on the road.
Monkey's nasty.
Wait, no.
District. Man, you don't know about this. Man, get only girl get sucked on bare dick. Ain't a Jovis, ain't no witness. You don't know about Kelly Fountain's business. Oh. Yo. My mama's got no sugar. Nasty.
Chicken pasty.
Right, so that's sort of the sort of videos you'll find on TikTok if you type in Sheffield Keeley, and they'll all come up, thousands and thousands. Obviously there's even more now because it's all rest in peace, and all the people who are saying rest in peace, they're the ones that probably took these videos and took advantage. That's the sad thing about it. She's still getting likes from other people even after she's died, and it's sad. It's sad, but here's the interview with her friend. So, right, so what was she like as a person?
Oh, Giselle Keeley, she was one of the nicest people you could ever meet. She just had so many personal stuff going on in her life, and swear the only thing she got through it was drinking, you know what I mean? Yeah. But the more people she helped out, the more...
Do you that showed her vulnerable side?
Yeah,
people took that as a weakness.
And people took it for a weakness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, on a payday, loads of people would come out to fucking defame her, you know what I mean? But...
Do you think she felt like she wouldn't need to buy friends? Is that what kind of person? Like if she had money, she'd buy. Say if you and I, you and me are drinkers now, and she was here and it was a payday. Would she just stick with us and buy us.
That's
you get what I'm
a
saying?
blagger, yeah. She'd blag the drinks, you know what I mean? But she was the life of the soul of the party, you know what I mean? She was a lovely girl. That's why when I found out...
you said earlier that she didn't look homeless. She wasn't your scruffy.
No, she used to always come to the arches. Well, last time I was there about 6 months ago, she used to always come to the arches, have a shower, change her clothes, you know what I mean? So really, since she was on the street, she wasn't scruffy, you know what I mean? She was always cleanly dressed.
Was she homeless as in she had nowhere at all to live, or did she have her own flat?
No, she was homeless, but she used to sleep on the streets, sofa safe, and wherever she's gone, I mean. But most of the times I'd see her, she'd be on the streets, you know what I mean? She's sleeping with a fella, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's where she used to make the most money, on the streets.
Like begging and stuff.
You know what I mean? So
is that how she would get her money, really, begging and stuff?
Yeah, and that's why people was getting us to sing them songs, you know what I mean? Yeah. She's making money off that, or people say, sing this song and I'll give you the bottle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, she's got thousands and thousands of views, comments, on people's TikToks and likes for other people. She didn't have her own channel, she wasn't doing it for other people. And people would literally go and sort her out, would come from miles away just to see her. And I don't know if you've seen it, but she's one where they've got her swimming in the ice coat. You can see all the snow and the ice on top of it, in the fountain in town.
Do you know what? I've tried to find that one and I still can't find it.
I'll show it after this, and I will put it up, guys. But
people doing that today is fucking disgusting. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I mean, it said on in like the paper that's when I read the article about it, that one of her workers said, when she was sober, she could do everything herself. She was coherent. She was as normal as me and you are now, so to speak. But then when she was drunk, when she was drinking, she would do anything. These people would ask her to do things.
Yeah, and she'd do it, what I mean? And that's
because her body needed it, her brain needed it. She wouldn't know kind of right from wrong.
But that's what I mean, even when she had money and she had drinks, you know what I mean, people are talking to doing it thinking it's fucking funny, you know what I mean?
Yes, because
it's not funny.
No, when I watch them, I see, like, they're laughing with her, but they're laughing at her.
Yeah.
But she thinks they're laughing along with her.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
It is sad. But some of the things they are laughing along with her, you know what I mean? And they do. But one thing I really horribly disagree with is really making a fucking swim in that water, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's freezing, you can see the ice broken.
Whoever's making her do that, think if it's their fucking kids doing it, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
what I want to make a point of is, these people who have got her doing that, and is somewhere you can see it, and she doesn't want to do it, she tells them, not swimming, more about singing, and I have put a compilation videos together, guys, on one of my uploads, so just go check it out what I'm talking about. But where she's reluctant, let's say, to do it, and they've got her dancing. I mean, she's dancing in one video. There's somebody, like busking downtown, but they're not busking. They've got a dancing monkey, like a Pinocchio, and right next to it, she's dancing, and they've done that on purpose. A dancing monkey. And these people who have done all these sort of videos put together, they will have put together a rest in peace, and I don't think they've got a right to.
No, they haven't. Well, at the end of the day, you'll find out who the true fucking friends are. When
there's a lot of videos as well who, there's a woman who does an appeal. This is before she's died, and she said, I've seen a girl down in town, and she didn't look very well. People were doing this, and she's trying to appeal to get hold of her. And there's a couple of people who have done that. And like watched videos and pulled these people up on it and stuff and said it's wrong. But are you going to go to the funeral when you find out when it is?
That's one thing I want to know. If anyone finds out when the funeral or the cremation is, let me know. But the biggest thing I'm calling out for everyone, can you try your best to raise us $3,500 so she can have a proper
she's got a GoFundMe page up. Well, she hasn't, but somebody has. And they're asking for £3,500, I think it is. I'll put all the links on at the end of this video so you can go and it's to see. I'll give her a good send off, and because she deserves it, really. I mean, everybody. I don't believe, don't matter what you do, what you've done, but she definitely just deserves it. She's not done no wrong.
But you're all out to laugh with her, and at the end of the day, go and pay your respects and say to the girl and see how much money you can raise for her.
Yes, because to be honest, I think the people, I'm going to just say how it is. You guys who have earned money off her, you've got your likes, you've got your views, and you earn money, you're getting moderated. You should be giving some of that money to her at the end of the day.
If she raised you £5, give £2.50 then. If she raised, if she gains you £10, I think you should give it all, but at least half of it. All you channels that I've made off Sheffield Keeley on TikTok, because she was known as a TikTok star, but she'd not got her own. It's bizarre,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And to be fair, these channels are still getting likes off her now, and she's still getting likes for other people now, isn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
So we just want to say rest in peace, and we're going to do a quick interview with Scouse about sort of what she was like when she did. In fact, we'll just do it now. What did she have a partner?
Last time I seen her, she was with a partner, but he was on the street as well. Know what I mean? He was hitting her, so
yeah. So really, we're saying this lady's had a traumatic life.
Yeah.
Well, she will have anyway to have ended up drinking and on the streets. But
she lost the kids and everything. Know what I mean? She
okay.
Every fella she met, know what I mean? She thought that was the perfect partner.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? As fucking most of us do. Know what I mean?
Of course we do.
When you're on the streets, drinking.
I would imagine when you're on the streets and you are, especially a woman, I think you probably would cling to a man more to probably feel safer.
Yeah, you need to on the streets this decade.
So I think you'd probably...
Not just for the sake of the warmness as well, know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. To be on your own as a woman, everybody's vulnerable on the street, but I think as a woman, you are kind of opening the doors up to a little bit more vulnerability, aren't you, as a woman?
Definitely.
So I can imagine that she probably clinged on to the undesirables, let's say, who preyed on her, really. Yeah.
Well, apart from that, though, she was a lovely girl. The only thing that fucked her up was that spice shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And God bless. I know she's dead and I'm gutted she is, but at least she's away from all this shit now, you know what I mean?
I know, yeah.
She's up there with her family, whatever, you know what I mean? And
yeah, there's a place in there for everybody, isn't there? And I think
she's fucking young.
I think they'll see that her heart was always in the right place, and she's not done anybody wrong.
One bad thing about it. She's a brilliant girl, know what I mean?
No, I must admit, I've not seen, when I read comments on other people's videos and stuff, I must admit I haven't seen anybody say,
you wouldn't say that.
Which is nice, and you would get it on social media, believe me, you would. Right. So yeah, guys, so I'll pop the link on for the GoFundMe, and if you can spare anything, brilliant. I mean, even if you can only spare a condolence message for the family, do that on GoFundMe. But I'm sure you can spare something, and it will all go to the funeral. It's not me. It's not anybody who I know who's done it. Shut up. It's no blags. It is genuinely a family. They want to give the family an easier time, basically. It tells you everything what the breakdown and what they want on the GoFundMe. But I'll pop the link up. And thank you for doing the interview.
No problem.
Thank you. So, did you enjoy that? I hope you did. This is another little video of just sort of the daft things that she would, that people took advantage of her doing. So, take a look at this.
I'm on the run, hungry, thirsty, with a flower, cheeky plastic. Mama's got no sugar, that boy, let's stick the stories, check the script. Man, you don't know about this. Man, get on it, you'll be sick. Sitting on bed, I ain't no joke to say, no witness. You know about Keely.
I'm Keely. You got this girl.
piece. I'm fucking love that.
That's that lyric then.
My mama's got no money, me daddy's on no. They send me a tornado to I'm on the run, I'm getting nasty. No rubber, chicken pasty. My mama's got no sugar.
Come on.
Hold on,
You sound like you're losing your voice.
Yeah.
She's got no voice, bless her.
No.
Are you alright?
Bless her.
Yeah,
That's
mate,
shit,
I'll tell you,
innit?
that is shit.
Yeah, there's some dough for you to get yourself some grub.
So, that's it really, guys. I want to say that they've got a GoFundMe page up, collecting for the family for the funeral. They wanted about £3,000. I think they're at 2,000 and something now, so they're doing really well. So please go and check it out on GoFundMe. Sheffield Keeley, pop it in and it'll come straight up if you want to give anything or you just want to read her story. Yeah, so have a look, guys, and hope you enjoyed the video. Just a little tribute to her, just bringing awareness to addiction and, you know, how people take the piss out of people with addiction, really. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. So rest in peace, Keeley. Wherever you are, you'll be flying high. And we'll all see you soon. And remember, you don't know how strong you are till strength is your only option.